Here at the field house, we're visiting with senior offensive lineman Matt Henry. We've had this year, in the last couple of years, kind of an international flavor among the Troy football team. Players from Ireland, from Australia this year, from Germany. Matt is from Auckland, New Zealand. Appreciate you joining us.
Appreciate you for having me.
Let's talk a little bit, first of all, about football here and now. As we're talking, you are grinding through preseason camp for the team, first of all.
Yes, sir.
How has it been? How has it gone?
Oh, it's been crazy. It's been a grind. We just been working, just making sure we all get better.
Tell us a little bit about working with Coach Carbine.
Coach Carbine, he knows what he's talking about. He what do you call it? He's always wanting to make us better, improve what we're our mistakes, fixing our mistakes. Whether that's in the film, watching film, and yeah.
Yeah. How did you get? What was the journey like from Auckland, New Zealand, Australia? Your journey took you to the Cook Islands.
Yeah.
99% of the people who are watching or listening to this don't know anything at all about the Cook Islands. That was transformative for you, and then you ended up junior college here in the United States, and then at Troy. What were the high points? What were the important stops along that journey for you?
Starting from New Zealand. So I was in New Zealand growing up. Started playing a bit of rugby, moving back and forth to house, and then I had moved to Australia. My dad had got full custody of me. In New Zealand, I had lived with my mom. They had split when I was younger. So fast forward, moved to Australia, playing rugby. I had played up a little bit. So the thing with Polynesians is, like, if you messing around too much, they'll just send you back to the island. So that's how I ended up to the Cook Islands.
Right.
I stayed there for about a year. Like, it's a discipline kind of thing. You move back with your grandparents, and you just go from, like, having things and having nothing. On the island, you don't have things. You got to work for what you want.
For everything.
Everything. Like food, money, and all that. So with Cook Islands, went there for a year. I went to school. That was a whole culture change from Australia to Cook Islands. And then after that, went back to Australia, started playing rugby. And then I think it was 2019, I started playing football. It was a club football. It wasn't nothing like here, like college football, nothing crazy. It's kind of like just a mess around, go play football with the boys. And then fast forward, then I ended up here in America in 2022 for JUCO, playing ball, and yeah, now I'm here.
First time you ever played football was 2019?
Yes,
First
sir.
time you ever?
Yes, sir.
Obviously, you can take a look at you and understand why people wanted you to why you were encouraged to play football. What were the biggest issues? What were the biggest challenges for you taking up the game at the age that you did and becoming as proficient as you did in such a short period of time?
Definitely learning the game. I never watched football before I came here because I was playing rugby and stuff. So
Right.
Learning football, the game in general, the fundamentals of an offensive lineman, that was all new to me. And I struggled with it my first 2 years. But really, sophomore year was when it really, like, took off.
Right.
My JUCO coach, Robert Rodriguez, he was coaching us up, teaching me how to do this and that, footsteps, eyes, teaching me how to be low, and yeah, that's it. Yeah,
It's not just size.
nah.
To do what you do is not just being big. That's only a part of it.
That's what God's doing.
Yeah.
That's what God's doing. But you gotta, there's a finesse to it. You gotta know how to play it.
I don't think a lot of people realize that. Just big, strong, push people around. No, I mean, there's leverage, there's balance, and
all
all
technique.
of that.
All
and technique, yeah. How about that? From junior college in New Mexico, which was a military school.
Yes, sir.
How much of a...
Oh, that was that was an experience. We had to do the military stuff, like squaring your corners, saluting. There was a 2-week period we had to do a Iraq week. They had us doing a whole lot of military stuff, learning how to stand in attention, learning how to make your bed in the morning, formations in the morning. What else? Learn rifle, learn how to hold the rifle, march with it, and all that. That was a whole experience.
Good experience? I mean, are you glad you went through it?
Yeah, it taught me discipline, for sure. All that military stuff taught me how to be disciplined.
When was your first experience with Troy? When did you first hear about Troy and understand there was going to be an opportunity for you at Troy? How'd that come about?
It was in January. Carbine had called my head coach, Coach Kurt Tafasal. He had hit him up about me, and then next thing you know, I get a follow on Twitter, Carbine. You know, we connect, we talk and all that. And yeah, just from there, we just go, and then I ended up on a visit. That was my first offer. It was actually my first D1 offer, and yeah.
So you get so from 2019, never having played a snap in your life, to JUCO ball to a D1 offer with 3 years later. What has been? How improbable is that? I mean, you know, that doesn't happen every day. Do you ever look at it and think, man, this has been crazy? Do you ever pinch yourself?
I'm blessed, man. It's all God's doing. I'm just speechless about it, but I'm grateful that I'm on this journey.
Got to ask you one more thing about that. I don't want to put pressure on anybody else, because I remember during the summer, Coach Parker was talking to a group of fans at an event, and the question came up about the offensive line, and he says Matt Henry is on the verge of playing himself into an NFL spot.
Yes, sir.
Does that sound improbable to you as well? I mean,
it does, of course.
How
I just stay humble about it and just keep my head down and just keep working for. I don't really like to look into all that. I just focus on the team only, and just worry about winning, because that's all I'm gonna do. I just want to win.
What have been the biggest adjustments to you with the culture here? Has there been anything about being in America, being in the United States, that either you weren't prepared for, or you're thinking this is really weird, or I've really got to figure this out?
Not really, to be honest. I feel like I adapt well to things and communities and people. It's just, yeah, I'm not really, I don't really focus about all that. I just focus on what I got to do. You know what I mean?
Right. I remember talking years ago, Troy had several women's basketball players from Australia.
Yes, sir.
And they were talking about some of the food, like, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Sugar bread. And
the food here is processed, a lot of processed food. That was one thing that was different to me compared to Australia. But, yeah, that's about it.
Well, I mean,
fast food is good. I like the fast food here. It's better than Australia, I would say. But yeah. This is from somebody like you said, when you were in the Cook Islands and growing up. I mean, Cook Islands. I mean, you are chopping coconuts, and you're, you know, I mean, you haven't been exposed to a whole lot of extra. Yeah.
Until, I guess, you know, imagine some of that you've just never experienced before.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, when we talk about your journey, we talk about where you are right now. You're about to enter your senior year. There's possible future in football beyond this. You mentioned already a couple of times that, man, I'm just worried about the team. I'm worried about winning. I'm worried about developing, doing my part.
Of course.
How likely is this team to take that step? The team as a whole to take that next step? I know last year was a challenge in many ways. What about this year's team?
We're definitely on a path to doing a lot of great things this year. We're more player-led this year, and I find that a lot of teams that are player-led do a lot of great things, and I believe we really got something cooking up this year.
A lot of people are talking about one of the keys is the improvement and the improved depth in the offensive line.
Sure.
Can you speak to that, Matt?
We got a lot. We got all the pieces we need to do a lot of great things up front. It all starts up front, and like one thing we would say, five 5 on the string. We all gotta work as one, and we're working on that. That's coming together well. We're gonna do some things this year.
You mentioned that, and it reminds me of something else when you're talking about the little things, the technique that you're involved with. You're not just big and pushing people around. There's technique, there's leverage, there's balance, and all that kind of stuff. How important is it with everybody else on that line? They talk about it all the time. Communication, Matt.
Oh, communication all the time. I'm always on the sideline yelling to my O-line, whether I'm on or off. We got to communicate, because even though sometimes we may not do the right thing, if we're all on the same page, like that, everything's gonna fall into place. Like, we're gonna be good.
What you see, you've got to communicate to the guy next to you. You know,
of course,
hey,
always.
Yeah.
We gotta say the center gets the ID and all that. We gotta communicate it down. We gotta communicate the cadence, everything. Gotta make sure everyone's on the same page. That's very important with us.
And the way the offense runs, sometimes, a lot of the time, you got to do all that in what, Matt? 5 seconds, 4 seconds, something like that.
Yes, sir.
Between the end of a play's blown dead. You get up and get ready. In that little amount of time, what are you doing? What is the offensive line doing? You got to get the call.
Mm-hmm.
You got to look at the front. You're looking across. You're trying to from one play to the next. What's it like for you?
Can you be a little more specific?
Yeah, about you've got last play. Maybe it's a 5-yard gain. Maybe it's an 18-yard gain.
Yes, sir.
You look into the sidelines, right? You're getting or you look into the center. How does that work for the average fan? Between plays, you are getting to the line. You're looking. You're talking.
Yes, sir.
You're getting the play.
So so you're talking about pre-snap.
Yeah,
so
pre-snap stuff. What are you looking for?
So we get out of the huddle. We're gonna look at the front, whether it's even or odd.
Mm-hmm.
Then the center's gonna look at the who we're gonna ID. We're gonna ID the backer. Then we're gonna communicate that down to the offensive lineman, and then look back at the quarterback, figure out a cadence. He's gonna give us the cadence, and then
you go.
We ball.
All of that you've had to learn, again, everything at the highest level of college football. How close are you to mastering all that, or have you mastered all that? Is there still things you need to work on?
Of course. You're never perfect. We got to work and just build. Shoot. I don't even know how to answer that, to be honest.
There's a lot for anybody. I mean, everybody wants to get better. Everybody wants to improve and all that. Would you say that you are demanding of yourself? I mean, are you hard on yourself?
Always. I don't like to make it easy on myself. I like to compete with myself and just make sure that, I'm like, even though if it's like sometimes I win a rep, but sometimes I feel like I could do better.
Mm-hmm.
So in that perspective, I'm always hard on myself, because I'm never satisfied. I don't like to, what's the word? I don't like to make it easy on myself. Just make things hard on myself, because that's gonna make me
challenge
better.
Yourself.
That's gonna challenge myself.
Yeah. All right. Final question, Matt Henry here again. There's classwork. There's all the things you got to do, and right now, as we're taping this, you're in the middle of a lot of it. You got a full plate of things to do, away from football, away from the classroom. You've got all your business taken care of. What do you like to do? I mean, how do you spend whatever spare time you might have? What does Matt Henry do when it's time to chill a little bit?
Shoot, just chill at home.
Yeah.
Chill at home. Shoot. Talk to my family. Talk to my girl. Something to play the video game. Sleep.
Yeah.
Eat. That's really all I'm doing.
What about your family? Will they be able to come see you at any time this fall?
Oh yeah, they coming this year. My mom gonna come out for the Clemson game in September, and then the rest of my family gonna come. My 2 younger brothers and my mom, they gonna come for the last home game, which should be against Georgia State. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. I'm excited. It's gonna be their first time seeing me play on American soil, and yeah, I'm fired up for that.
I'm fired up for that, too. That sounds awesome. Matt Henry, Auckland, New Zealand. Hey, man, thanks for the time.
Appreciate
Best of luck to you.
Thank you.